All right. Real quickly, my name is Tim Herr. I'm a national director with Riman. I'm actually at the headquarters right now in America. I'm actually at the headquarters here in Irvine, and got an event right after this. But just excited to be with everybody this morning. Right now, the excitement level's at an all-time high. Europe is on fire right now. So many people are getting started. So many people are finding out about Riman, and they're just falling in love with the products. That's what's happening. So my background, very simple. I was very blessed and fortunate to get introduced to this profession about 30 years ago. So 30 years ago, um, I was in I was in high school. I was struggling in school, wasn't sure what was going to happen to me. And good fortune came my way when I got introduced to this profession and got excited. I got excited about the potential, right? I thought, man, if these people are going to be willing to teach me, I'll be willing to learn it all. I thought, hey, look, man, I'll be willing to do it all, right? I'm ready to go. And it was just a blessing. It's been an absolute blessing. That first year was able to make, 147,000, and my mind was blown. Like I found something I could do. So after I graduated high school, or yeah, I didn't even graduate, but by the time high school was over, I ended up going full time in this industry. And it's been now 30 years. It's so much fun, like teaching and showing people how to do it, and getting a chance to work with people that you care about, and getting to meet people all over the world, right? I mean, that's one of the best things about it. So I'm going to real quickly just go through what we call an orientation training. Very important, mainly if you're already a part of Remon, or maybe maybe you're just getting started, right? And the orientation training is really kind of like familiarizing everybody with how Remon works. And I remember when I first got started, it would be just all my new people. I just get them on orientations and hope the people that came before me would just show them what was going on. And really what it did, it helped the orientation training when we launched. It really helped me to get promoted and rank advance fast, because I had people that already had success and understood the compensation, understood the pay structure. They were teaching my team how to do it, right? And then maybe after about 3 months, I think we hit director, in a little under 3 months. And then I just started to figure out how to do the orientation myself. I'm like, I think I got this, and started helping out with the orientations. And now it's, I think 3 months later we hit national director, and this thing is just growing like wildfire. Everybody right now is just going bananas over Riman. People are just so excited right now, because the thing about it is people are looking for a chance, right? They're looking for a change, they're looking for a way. And when you've got your hands on something that's so special, right, you really can impact people's lives with a very positive way. So real quickly, let me try to get this PowerPoint up again, and go through this information very, very quickly. I respect your time. I know people in Europe, time is very precious. And I know that we'll be very brief. And once again, I want to apologize for my accent, right? I always tell people from the UK, you guys sound smart, right? Your guy, when you talk, everybody's like, wow, they sound brilliant, right? And then, Americans, I don't know how we sound to you guys. I'm like, maybe we sound dumb, right? So if I sound dumb, I apologize. But real quickly, obviously, the orientation agenda is welcome. Obviously, everybody in Remon, the support structure in place. Obviously, how to launch your business. We have a document called Launching Your Business. It's actually in the drive. What's the drive, Tim? The one that in America is North America is called exploreremon.com, right? Exploreremon.com. We'll talk about that today. And it's just a place where you can access documents and trainings and stuff like that. And obviously, I know that they're probably getting one ready for Europe as well, with all the different languages in it and everything like that. And some announcements, right? But basically, this is so important. Kind of a recap for everybody that's already saw an overview. Remon got started in 2018 out of South Korea. They grew like wildfire through a dry brush field. It really took off. And the major reason why it took off is obviously the quality of the products, right? When you got the number one, when you have the number one rated K beauty brand on the planet, and you do 2.5 billion inside of South Korea, what's that tell you? That we got really good products, right? We got amazing products. And the reason being is because Korea is the most competitive market when it comes to skincare, right? So our products are absolutely unmatched. We launched in March 2023 in North America. It was more of a soft launch. We got started when Taiwan launched in December. We got started in December, and it was absolutely that was really when we really launched the company, and it just started to grow like wildfire. We launched Hong Kong in July, right? And then we launched obviously in July. And then Malaysia, Mexico, and Singapore were huge, right? United Kingdom, Philippines, Japan. these are all amazing markets. Spain and Ireland just launched, and then obviously Italy, Peru, and Colombia all just launched as well. So we're growing very fast. We've got countries like France coming. We got countries like Spain, not Spain, we're already in Spain. France, Germany, um, and 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 Romania coming in Europe right now. We've also got obviously Costa Rica coming right now in Latin America and Ecuador as well. So there's a lot of countries right now we're exploding into. Australia's coming, that'll be a big one, and then also obviously everybody knows Thailand is going to be huge. So we're really excited about the future of Riman. And basically, it's all about when you think about Riman, I just think about different, right? I mean, so many people right now in the direct sales space, they don't have a different product. They have a product that is basically just relabeled from other companies, and everybody's kind of selling the same stuff. When you look at Remon, it's different, right? With our 22 patents, with our with our microfluidization process on our products, with obviously our number one patent is what, right? Obviously the giant Byung leaf, which is basically a giant tiger grass, a healing plant. And then you look at the Jeju Lava energy water that we have exclusive access to. It's just really exciting to have something so special that nobody else has. And that's really what, when I think of Remon, that's what I think of, right? So Remon.com, that's where all the magic happens. Or Remon.com, that's how you enroll new distributors. That's how you enroll new customers, product orders, order management, sales manager, business tools, marketing tools. Everything is right there at your fingertips, right? So you got your Remon, RBO, right? Your Remon back office. So once you log in, you just click on the little click on my office, and I think the first time maybe you have to sign in, and then basically it'll tell you everything that's happening within your organization, right? It'll tell you the customers you got. It'll tell you how far you are from basically getting your thousand and personal volume to unlock your unilevel, to get to manager, to get to senior manager. Like everything's in there that you need, and it's right at your fingertips. And that's one of the highlights about getting started in Remont. One of the exciting things about Remont is the fact that it's a ready-made business, right? It's a turnkey business where you can earn some serious profits, right? Now, you want to be able to customize, basically, you want to be able to customize your mall, right? And we have when you log in to, Remont.com, and then you log in the first time before you go to your back office, you click on the three little uh, lines there, right? And then and then you can click on referral and bag link, and you can create a personalized bag for somebody, right? Send that bag to them. And basically, I like to put directions in there, how to use the products, tell them as soon as they get the products to give me a call. I'll walk them through it. I'm going to be their personal concierge, but you always want to make sure you give your customers a link. You don't want to get them all fired up and excited about Remon. And then they're like, man, I can't wait to try the products. And then they go buy the products from somebody else. You have to realize there's a lot of different distributors in the company. So as long as you give them your personalized link, it'll take them right to you and they'll connect to you. And that's so important, right? And basically everybody knows this is so exciting because it puts us really in a position to win big. Now we can do country specific bags, right? We click on the basically what you do is you click on the flag, right? And you change it to the flag, create a bag, click on the flag and create a bag. Wow, this is getting better every day, man. That is a rhyme right there. A little Mother Goose nursery rhyme for you guys. Okay. Maybe it's too late for you guys. Like, don't be making up rhymes, buddy. But no, you click on the flag, you can create a bag, and then you can send that out, copy that link, and then send it out to people. Super exciting. The drive, I was talking a little bit about that. That's exploreremon.com. When you go to exploreremon.com, it's going to say password. Just put in whatever you want. 1, 2, 3, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just to keep out robots, right? Or AI or whoever. I don't know how this stuff works, all this internet stuff. But anyways, you'll find downloadables, marketing materials, product one brochures and stuff like that. Mainly, most of it's going to be U.S. specific because this is the U.S. one. But I want to get you guys because you're going to find a lot of great material in there, like from trainings to about the product. Everything that you need is right there. Tons of great content from Angie, product specialist. Okay. Launching your business. This is a document that we use. Okay. This is a document that we use. I mean, I've got stacks and stacks of these things. I give them out every single week at my trainings. And basically, this is how we just basically launch people, right? And the first part of it that talks about is obviously have them put their name and ID on that sheet whenever you're walking somebody through it. I like to print a bunch of these off. And then when I go launch people, when I go do okay pop-up, right, boom, I have these on hand for everybody that wants to get started so they can follow a duplicatable system, right? And the first part, I always have them put their name and ID number, right? To take ownership in this form. And then we just talk about first thing, short-term goals. What do we want to accomplish, right? What do we want to have happen for us in the first 3 to 6 months in Remon? And then what's our, long-term goals, right? We have to be in it for the long haul, right? What are your 2 to 5 year goals, right? And then obviously your why. The why is really why they want the what they want. Let me say it again. The why, it's the why they want the what they want, right? When I first got started, I wanted to get a new Mercedes Benz. This is 30 years ago. And the reason being is because, I'd had a really terrible car that was gross and disgusting. And I didn't like the way people looked at me in that car. And it just made me feel bad about myself. So I had kind of lower self-esteem because I was driving a bucket. Now, obviously, nowadays, I'm sure most of you are like me. I could care less what I drive. Not that I don't drive nice cars, but I really could care less, right? My wife buys cars for me. I don't care. Like, I don't care about that stuff. But when I was 17, 18 years old, that stuff mattered, right? So that was my why. And I know why I wanted it is because I just felt a certain way with where I was in my life. And I felt like, that I would have more self-respect driving a nicer car. You know how teenagers think, right? It's kind of material. I would want to say a little bit materialistic at the beginning of my career when I was a kid, right? But we want to know your why. Now, step number two is the senior manager game plan. SM game plan is so important to understand. So basically, when you're a planner, your commissions are basically going to be on what you sell 10%. Now, as soon as you hit manager, you get an automatic promotion instantly. So as soon as you get 3,000 in volume, and we'll talk about it, anything that you personally buy or sell, and anybody that is your level one recruit, whatever they buy or sell, guess what happens to you? Guess what happens? You become a manager instantly. Okay. Now, the next customer that you get, you're going to get 20%, right? And then once you get to senior manager by getting 6,000 in sales points. Now, remember, manager, senior manager, it's not a monthly qualification. It goes off a 3 month rolling. But most people, if they focus and work hard, they can get it done within a 30-day time frame. And if they don't, once they hit senior manager, they look back and they say, yeah, I could have done it a little bit faster. So, anyways, just realize however long it takes you, we're in it for the long haul. But once you get 6,000 in sales points, and sales points is going to be basically points that are attached to every product that we promote. And basically, what it is, sales points helps us to rank advance, right? So, sales points are very critical. And then now you're going to get 30%. I know it says 25 and then it says 5 under there. So people get confused. But the best way I look at it is if you need to break out a calculator, just add 25 and 5. Yeah, I'm just kidding. But you guys know what I'm talking about. But set a date. I have people set a date and then an achievement date. So the date that they set is based upon the results they want to have, right? If somebody wants to make an extra 500 a month to offset the cost of living, right? Then basically what, right? Maybe within 90 days. If somebody wants to make $500 basically a week, right? If they want to make 500,000 a week, then what we want to do is maybe put that date, 30, 45 days or even sooner, right? And if somebody wants to make 500,000 a day, right? Obviously we need to get to work and I'm going to set them up for the a 7 day game plan, right? So you got to kind of know what they want, right? There, and then that's whenever you sponsor somebody, help them set their goals based upon the results they want. Because we all do the same thing. We find people to talk to and talk to them. And then we find people to talk to, bam, talk to them, right? It's like, what do I do? A national directors, what do national directors do, Tim? Find people to talk to and what? Talk to them. What do team leaders do? Directors, senior managers, we do the same thing. Find people to talk to and talk to them. The difference in your rank depends on how fast you find people to talk to and talk to them, right? So the activity and the results is the only differential, right? Meaning that's the only difference between people, right? Is the results that you get in the speed in which you find people to talk to and talk to them. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the senior manager game plan. So we're going to start on the left there. It says how to become a senior manager, right? Your senior manager qualifications are basically 6,000 sales points anytime within 3 months or less, right? So if I do 2,000 a month, anything I buy and sell, anybody that I introduce buys or sells over a 3 month period, that's 6,000, right? That's the slower process, which is completely amazing. Now, but I like that 6,000 anytime within 3 months. So you could do it as like within a week, 2 weeks, whatever you want. It's up to you. There's no speed limit, so to speak, right? And never compare yourself to somebody else, right? I never do that. I compare myself to what I did yesterday. Every day, I just want to get a little bit better, right? So anything that you personally order, which is what you buy, and personal customer orders, which you sell, that's going to count. Plus your level one distributors, anybody that you personally enroll, whatever they buy or sell. Okay, and you can count up to 3,000. Excuse me. Yeah, you can count up to 3,000 from one personal recruit with your 6,000. So if you recruit somebody that's a super seller and say they sell 6,000, you can count 3,000 of that towards your what? 6,000. So I always encourage people to introduce this business to great people. Okay. Every month we have what we call we have qualifications to release commissions called three active customers. Okay. The attorney generals in America, the Federal Trade Commission, they love this, right? Because you don't want to pay people that aren't getting customers in direct selling. That's not a long-term situation. So three active customers, which is three individual customers that buy from you in a calendar month. Okay, that's how you release commissions. Very simple to understand. The month you hit senior manager or the month you hit manager, you don't need your three actives. Planners don't need that. But once you hit manager, say you hit manager this month, you don't need your three actives this month. But everybody gets their three actives every month, anyways, because we can't stop talking about these products. Basically, that's what we do on a monthly basis, right? You hit senior manager next month or this month, whatever. You don't need your three customers this month. You're going to need them when the following month, right? But it's great behavior to get into. Okay. Now, senior manager commissions basically are what, right? You're going to get personal and first level 25% base commissions. Okay. What does that mean? Basically 25, and then you're going to get an additional 5% for a total of 30. So anything you sell or buy, you're going to get, the 30% rebate, and you're going to get a 30% commission on what you sell. So if I buy something, I get a rebate, which is, basically half commissions, half free product credit. But if I get people as a customer, so when I order products, always my wife always orders them under her customer account. That's connected to me. Why? So I like to get commissions, right? I'm a big fan of that. So unlimited levels of commissions on that 5%, unlimited all the way down to the next senior manager in your organization. Unlock 4 levels of unilevel. We'll talk about that in a second. Top retailer bonus is available, right? And then obviously how the rebate works and everything like that. So let's get into this a little bit more. Look at this. So here you can see on this little structure on the left, it says a customer. Okay, I'm going to get anywhere between 30 to 40%. If I unlock the top retailer, right, I'm going to get obviously another 10%, but basically the 30% is the 25 plus the 5 equals 30. Why is it broken up like that again, Tim? I'm a little confused. Well, you're getting a 5% override on anything that you do in your organization. So any customer that counts towards that 5% plus the 25%, that's where we get 30. Okay. Planner, when I sponsor a brand new planner as a manager, I'm going to get basically they're getting 10, right? Planners getting 10, and I'm getting basically the differential of 30, which is what? 20, right? If I sponsor a manager, the manager's getting 20, I'm getting the differential of 30, which is what? 10. You guys see how smart that is? And if I recruit a senior manager frontline, they're going to get 5. I'm going to get 5% on anything that they sell or buy. The unilevel is awesome. Okay, this was the most exciting thing that happened back in July when we started the unilevel, because a unilevel incentivizes people to do what? To go out and get customers, right? So basically what happens is in the unilevel, every month, every calendar month, we want to make sure we get 1,000 in personal SP. And as a result of that, as a manager and planner, you're going to get level 1 and level 2, 5%. And as a senior manager, you're going to get level 3 and level 4. So anybody you introduce is level what? 1. Anybody that they introduce will be level what? 2. Anybody they introduce will be level what? 3. So this is this extra money that you get that they just put into the plan. And it's really exciting because it incentivizes people to have a benchmark, right? A goal. You see that? You want to have people to have a goal to strive for. You don't want to recruit a bunch of people or build a big distribution channel, people not doing anything. You want people to get customers. And we give them a very, very lucrative incentive to be able to do that. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about a team leader game plan. This is where your income, you get a major pay raise here. Okay. Now, you still got to work, right? We work no matter what. But the more you work at team leader, the more rewards you're going to get, right? Because it's pretty substantial. Now, Tim, how do we become a senior manager, team leader? It's actually pretty simple. Okay. Not easy, but simple. 50,000 in total sales points within a 5-month rolling calendar month. So basically, today's May, June, July, August, September, then October, May falls off. You understand? So it's a rolling 5 months. You want to create 3 senior managers in 3 separate lines. Doesn't have to be personally sponsored. If you brought me in and I'm a planner, and let's say that I brought in one of my buddies who ended up becoming a senior manager, that would count towards one of your 3. I teach 10. In my organization, I teach 10. Now, obviously, you'll hit team leader with probably four legs if you're running for 10. But as soon as you hit team leader, you still want to keep getting, you want to get your 10, right? I call that, right? I call it 10, getting your basic 10, right? And obviously, you want to have a goal date for that. an achievement date for that. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about it. So 10,000 SP a month in your organization for 5 months, or 50,000 as fast as you can, right? Three senior managers, total group volume. You can count basically, it says maximum 50 from one group. What does that mean? That means if you brought me in, let's say, and I end up doing, 30,000 in volume, you can count 25 of that. Why? Because 50% of 50 is what? 25. So you can count 25 per one line, but you want to have multiple legs, trust me. Okay. And then your monthly maintenance is 10,000 SP open line per month. Okay. And we want team leaders making money, obviously. Now, team leader and above, we go up to 5 active customers to release commissions. And then obviously, you're going to get basically an unlimited override in your team leader group. Your team leader group is basically everything in your organization that you're the upline team leader for. Okay. 40% on the commissions, 3 generations of matching bonuses, which means when you create team leaders and hire, you're going to get paid a leadership, basically a generational match, basically a generational match on what they earn, anywhere between 10 to up to 40%. So anybody you personally introduce, you're going to get 40% matching bonus when they become a team leader, or if they're the first generation team leader. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into top retailer bonus right now, and I'm not going to get into personal order rebate, but just understand, very lucrative. Okay. Now your level unlocks to 6 levels. Okay. And 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. If you add all that up, those percentages end up being what? 22%. Okay. And our match bonus is 85%. So on the level, 22% plus 85% of that number, which comes out to being what? 18.7%. So they actually pay out 40%. 40% on the level. What does that mean? Every month, make sure all your team leaders get their level, right? But on a customer, you're going to get 40 to 50. How do you go from 40 to 50? Get that top retailer bonus. We'll talk more about that at another time. Planner, when you sponsor a planner, they're getting 10, right? You're getting the differential of 40, which is what? 30. Now, when that planner signs up a planner on your level 2, what happens? That level 2 planner is going to make how much? 10. The sponsor is going to make 5% sponsorship commissions, and the upline team leader is going to get what? 25. So you can get paid all the way up to 25% on your level 2 and recruits all the way down in your organization. The income that's available here for people that are willing to work, it's astronomical. Okay. Managers get 20, you get the difference of 40. Senior managers get 30, you're going to get the difference of 40, which is 10. And then the same thing, whatever's not paid out, listen to this very carefully. Whatever's not paid out of 40% on your team is going to come to you. Okay. Let me say it again. You're getting the difference. Okay, that's why it's called a differential payout. You're getting the difference of 40% on the BP of your organization that's not paid out. Meaning, if a planner signs up a planner all the way down, or a manager signs up a planner, all that money, that extra money of 40%, anything that's not paid out, it's going to come to you as a team leader. That's why it's so lucrative. Like, it's unbelievable. This is when my income started to skyrocket. I was like, whoa. The first month I was a senior manager and I got my check and I was like, what? But because I had all senior managers in my organization. And the next month when I got my team leader permission, I was like, dang, talk about pay raise. So there's a big opportunity here at team leader. Now, best way to create team leaders is obviously, we show 9 right here because it just makes it easier. And it says, don't think it's senior manager, under senior manager. It's better to go wider. Okay. Wider is going to be more profitability. Now, obviously, you just want as many senior managers as you can, but keep in mind, the wider you go, the faster your income will grow. Okay. The wider you go, the faster your income will grow. And obviously, your face is going to glow. Okay, here we go. Let's get serious, Tim. Okay. Basically, duplicating of senior managers is the fast way to become a team leader. Okay. It's not about getting people started. It's about getting people started and helping them win, obviously. Okay. So basically, launching your business is a commitment. Here's your plan. Look, the best way to build this business is getting products on people. Okay. I know some of us build long distance, right? But when you also want to build in your backyard. So think about everybody you know that has skin. You're like, Tim, pretty much everybody, right? Then you go, how many of those people would like to look better? And you go, well, probably all of them. Then you ask yourself, would I be a nice person sharing them Remon so they could have a better looking face? Yeah, that'd be nice of you. So you probably want to do that, right? That's what I do. I just talk to everybody. We were out at yesterday was a holiday in the US and we were out at a went over to my went over to my buddy's house for a pool party and like there was a lady there and I'm like, I gotta get her dialed in. You know what I mean? Like she deserves to look her absolute very best. So boom, got her as a customer. So date one is your first pop-up. Okay. Now people ask me all the time, they say, when should I do my pop-up? Depends on how much money you want to make. Right. If you want to make 500,000 a month, 500,000 a week, or 500,000 a day, that's that's going to determine how fast you want to do your pop-up. If you want to make a lot of money quick, you don't want to waste a lot of time. If you want to make a middle amount of money, then boom, then maybe in like 4, 5, 6, 7 days. If you want to make a little bit of money, 7 days, 10 days, right? But you want to have two dates picked out, and then just basically you want to pack those with people, right? But what I do is like when I got started, I was just like I just gonna go talk to people. So I got a bunch of products, and then guess what I did? I just went and talked to people. You know what I mean? Like that's all I did. So it's always a good idea, right? Now, I'm going to talk about starter kits. I think I have this right now. Understand there's a fast start bonus. This one is obviously the US one, but anybody that starts in May in UK, it's different in UK because they have different laws there. But actually, if you become a senior manager within 14 days, you're going to get a $500 cash bonus plus three extra um three extra travel points. Okay. Now, if you become a senior manager, same thing. You're going to get 250 bucks plus. Guess what? You're going to get 60 travel points, 3x. Now, if you become a manager in 30, you get $100 US, and then it translates into your currency in 40 travel points. If you hit senior manager in 30 days, you're going to get $250 plus 100. But you have to have a May start date. So right now, the urgency is at an all-time high to get people started right now. Okay, we want to do that now. Okay, now everybody knows anybody that gets started this month has free enrollment. Now, what we know also is if you get started in UK, a lot of times when people sign up as a planner, they're going to order their products under a customer account that's under them. Why do they do that? So they don't have to wait 7 days to get their products. Okay. So basically, this free enrollment thing, I won't worry too much about that, but you do whatever you want. Now, hang on a second. I missed the hacks. Oh man, Tim, what are you doing? I didn't show that one. Let me show you real quickly. I gotta unhide this. Yeah, let me show you this. You're gonna love this. Um, basically, I want to show you the kits that are available. This is so you can get kind of a clue on how the kits work in UK. We got some really good ones. UK is dialed in. So here we go. So this right here is the UK kit. The basic kit is basically for customers or people that want to just try the product, build their confidence. The reason why I say that is because when you buy this set, you're only getting kind of one of everything. So you're not going to be inclined to want to share the products with people. You understand? Like even if you have a husband or wife, you're not even going to be inclined to share with them. Now, the advanced kit comes with two, three, blah, 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 different amounts of products. So as a result of that, you have products you can sell to people on hand and you can demo. Like demoing the products, we call it use, talk, demo. Change your face, change your finances, right? So these ones are highlighted in green. You see these green boxes? Why are they highlighted in green, Tim? Well, because they come with 1,000 in SP. So this advanced set right here comes with 1,000 in personal SP. What's that mean? That basically means you've unlocked your unilevel. All you need to do is what? All you got to do is get your 10 lifetime customer accounts, basically 10 accounts, which is basically somebody's name and somebody's email. So I basically, when I sell a product on the spot, I always open up a customer account for them because it's free. And then it gives them a chance to understand how to reorder. How I got my lifetime customers, I called my sister, right? I called my family and just said, hey, look, I just got started with this new, the number one K beauty brand. I'm going to be like an exclusive distributor for them, marketing the products. We're opening up the country. And I got to prove to the company that I know how to set up customer accounts. It's free. All I need is your name and your email address. Would you do me a favor and just they're not going to send you any junk mail. Blah 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 blah. Just do me a favor and sign up. And then my sister was like, "What is it?" I said, "Well, actually, you could use the products." You know what I mean? So talking to them about becoming a customer opening up a customer account, I ended up getting people as customers, right? But what I did was later on down the road, everybody ended up becoming a customer, but I got my 10 right away. So a lifetime customer is not somebody that buys from you, just someone that opens a what? Free account. Now, someone that buys from you, they're going to usually open an account too, which means they're going to become a lifetime customer. But you can see how this one comes with a lot more products. So you can sell the products right away and obviously get paid bing, bing, bing money. But also you're going to have some to promo to obviously do what with to share. Like the biggest thing for me is like in my I've been doing this for 30 years. If I only have one of everything, I'm going to be a little, I don't want to say stingy, but I'm going to be kind of stingy with my products because I don't have a lot. But with this 1,000 and 1,500, you're going to get more. So as a result of that, what happens? You are inclined to want to share it with people. Do you see how smart that is? And that's how we build our customer base and really win big. Okay. So I want to show you that. Let me show you some before and afters. These are some of the people that we work with here in the US. And you can just kind of see, I mean, everybody's seen them. There's so many before and after pictures of people online. You know what I mean? Redness, da 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 da, like boom. Like it's amazing, right? So we have so many before and afters. People fall in love with the product, and it really works. I mean, that's just the bottom line, right? And I know all these people on this slide, so they're all great people. And just to see them have results like that really gets me fired up and excited. You know what I mean? So obviously you all know, okay, a lot of exciting things that are happening. Launching your business, the drive, Riman support. We got everything in place. Okay. We've got basically a foolproof plan that will help you become successful in a short period of time. All you got to be willing to do is what? Talk to people. So I'm gonna break it out right now. I'm gonna break it down right now. Some of you are like, whoa, information overload. My head's about to explode, Tim. What does all these numbers mean? I didn't know. When I got started, I didn't know. I didn't care. Okay. I didn't care. Why? Because I'm not a root digger, I'm a fruit picker. Right? My mentor said you can be a root digger, trying to figure out how the fruit grows, or you can be a fruit picker and just enjoy the fruit. So I knew it worked because my buddy Danny was getting involved, and I know he'd already been doing it. So I knew I'm like, I trust him 100%. I go, what do I need to do? I found out how to qualify for senior manager. And I go, let's just get a bunch of people to senior manager, right? And if we do that over and over and over and over and over and over again, we're going to make a lot of money. So how did I build it fast? I'm going to give you guys my secret. Okay, I learned this 30 years ago. 30 years ago. And I've never deviated. Get ready. Because you're going to be like, oh man, that's complicated. Okay. So number one, find people to talk to. We all know what that looks like. Find people to talk to. Whenever I get people started, I have them make a list. I made this little listing. See how smart it is? Launching your business list. And I made the A, the Riman A. See how smart that is? So now guess what these people have? These are people to talk to. And on the back, it says what? NC Dart. What does NC Dart mean, Tim? People that you know that have a great network, people that you know or that have maybe have done networking before, right? Credibility. Who do you know who knows a business owner, entrepreneur, doctor, attorney, who's high up in a church or religious organization? Who do you know that owns a salon, estheticians, professional hairdressers? Right, that's credibility, right? So I go through NC Dart, which means network, credibility, people that have a desire, people that have a great attitude, people that have resources, right? And people that are teachable. Okay. So I'm looking for those types of people whenever I sign somebody up. Why? Why do I want to have people teachable? I think it goes without saying, right? And a lot of people in Europe are teachable, super teachable. They like know like two or three or four. Some people don't know. I know. I see a little Ellie on the. I think Ellie might speak every freaking language. I'm like, dang, you guys are so smart. But teachability, right? Resources, right? Why do I want to have people? Because a lot of times people that make a lot of money can recognize opportunity than somebody that is rubbing two nickels together, right? You guys don't even know what nickels are in Europe, but it's like basically like 5 cents. Anyways, I'm looking for people that have money because guess what? People that know how to have money usually can recognize opportunity. So I look for people that are, people that basically, the wealthiest people that I know, that takes a lot of vacations. Richest guy I know, I signed him up, boom, right? And he's crushing it, right? Or I should say his wife is crushing it. But anyways, who takes a lot of vacation, who's bought a new home recently, right? And I just go through all this and I go through this and help them make a list of network, credibility, desire, attitude, resources, teachability. And so now we've done what? Found people to talk to. Okay. So think about this. We've got to find people to talk to. And then guess what we do? Number two, talk to them. Timber crack the code. My mentor taught me this 30 years ago, and I was like, that was something a 17-year-old high school dropout that was working at a go-kart track that was homeless could figure out. Find people to talk to, talk to them. People go, how did you become a national director in 6 months? Find people to talk to them. What do you do now, Tim? Find people to talk to and what? Talk to them. That's all I do. I've been doing that for 30 years. Because like, I don't know how to, I don't want to do anything else. Right? It's super simple. Find people to talk to and talk to. Well, think about it. We're in the word of mouth advertising business. What does that mean? Think about it. Word of mouth advertising. My lips are paid for. Your lips are paid for. All we got to do is what? Flap them, flap our lips. Find people to talk to and what? Talk to them. Find people to talk to and what? Talk to them. That's it. Like, don't try to get all tricky, right? You just, I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie Hitch with Will Smith and I think Kevin James. And he was teaching him how to dance. Just stay right here, buddy. Just stay right here. This is where you are, right? That's all I do. I make it simple as possible so anybody can figure it out. Find people to talk to and talk to them. And once you get done, find people to talk to and talk to them, then you find more people to talk to and talk to them. It's all we got to do. Find people to talk to and talk to them. What do we talk to them about? Talk to them about Riman, baby. You know what I mean? Like, this is no brainer. Put some product on their face, right? Find a face, find a wrinkle, find a fine line. That's all I'm looking for. Okay. That's all we do. So have fun. That's the biggest thing. If you try to get, okay, wait a second. How does that differential work at the team leader position on the second level of a planner that signs up a planner? Stop digging the roots. Here's what I'll tell you. Find people to talk to and talk to them. That's all I do. Okay. So I'm telling you right now, you've got what it takes. But at the same time, you have to recognize what? It's going to take all that you got. So let's make up our mind right now that we're going to the top, that we're going to win, that we're going to become a success, no matter what. This is my time. You got to be thinking, my time to make it happen. Okay. This is my chance. This is what I've been waiting for. Okay. I've been waiting for this moment in time. And I'm not going to this is what you got to be thinking. I'm not going to let this window of opportunity slip through my fingertips. I'm going for it. I'm going to get the job done. Over, under, or through. This is my time. I'm not going to hesitate. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to focus on a challenge or an obstacle. I'm going to focus on the goal, Tim, and I'm going to get it done. I'm going manager. I'm going senior manager. I'm going team leader. I'm going director. I'm going senior. I'm going national. I'm going to the top of this thing. That's the mindset we got to have. And if that's not your mindset, you're like, hey, Tim, I just want to make $500 a month. Find somebody that has that mindset. Okay. And you're going to be doing really well. Right. Find somebody like that you know that wants to make it happen. Introduce them to the opportunity and be a number one cheerleader for them. That's literally it. Okay. So find people to talk to them. Let's make a commitment to go all out this Thursday. Very special, on the same exact Zoom, same exact time. We're actually going to do an opportunity presentation. What does that mean? That means everybody we talk to today, everybody we talk to tomorrow, everybody that we talk to, we want to get them on a second exposure, whether they get started or not, so they can see more of the big picture. That's this Tuesday. So whatever Tuesday, geez, this is Tuesday, Timmy. Thursday, okay? So Thursday at the same time as this call right now, same exact Zoom, it's going to be an opportunity presentation. So build around the system. If you build around the system, guess what happens? You have a systematic business. And then you're not going to have to work this business forever because you're going to let the system continue to keep building your business after you're maybe in Tahiti, wherever you guys go in Europe, right? Tahiti, tickling your toes in the sand, drinking a pina colada, right? Or whatever you want to become a success and you build a monster distribution network. If you build it around a system dependent business instead of a personality dependent business, keeps on perpetuating. So make a commitment now. You're going to get everybody on, guests on and everybody on in your team on Thursday. We're going to make this thing happen. Thank you guys. Hope everybody got some great value, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your commitment. You are the best. Let's make it happen, everybody. God bless you. We'll see you at the top, everybody.